Good evening, Tracy here. And today I'm going to tell the truth and shame the devil. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to choose not to say the devil's first, middle, and last name, but I am going to say the devil's initials, RAH. And I will say that devil was born in November, around the 21st. And I will say that devil is originally from the East Coast. I think he likes the Eagles as one of his favorite teams. Maybe. Anyway, about this devil. When I was 18, so young, so overprotected because I wasn't allowed to date. But at 18, I was sent on this errand to the airport to pick up something for my great uncle. And while I was at the airport, the devil approached me. But at that time, I didn't know what the devil looked like or who the devil was. I was just enticed by the devil. However, by the time I was 19, I had felt like I bid that devil goodbye and was gone on with the rest of my wonderful life. However, a few years later, I must have been at a weak point. I must have been at a crazy moment. But the devil called, and I welcomed him back in. You know why? Because I like to say that I have a big, forgiving heart. And it was also because I didn't recognize the devil that devil was. See, that devil was a malignant narcissist, and still is. That devil was a snake, but back then the devil was a small snake. That devil was such a small snake that almost got put in prison for trying to burn up his own car so he could get some insurance fraud money, but they got him. And they kicked him out the military for that. It's like everything that he thought that he could get away with, he didn't. And so for some reason, when I was not interested and told him I didn't want to be with him, he became extremely obsessed with trying to get me back, trying to make my life miserable. For what reason, I don't know, because what he could have done was gone on with the rest of his poor, pathetic, pitiful, weasel-like half existence of a life, instead of putting all that attention, not just on me, but on me and my child. Now, I did beat his ass one time, real good and proper like, with one of those little Louisville sluggers back in the day. And boy, if I had one of those little Louisville sluggers today, I would beat his ass again. I really would. I would beat his ass again. I would work out before I did it. I would make sure that I was extremely strong, physically fit, and my cardiovascular system was in top-notch condition so I could wear that motherfucker out. I really would. But instead, I'm going to just put this out there. So now, with this creep, and I do mean, and when I say creep, I mean, this is like the most positive word to think about him. With this creep, his dumb ass, and I mean dumb, meaning stupid, meaning not smart, meaning he calls himself a self-proclaimed bum. He calls himself a bum. And he's a dumb bum. He has 2 daughters, of which don't fuck around with him. You know why? Because he's a creep. He's a nasty, vile, indecent, miscreant creep. And he seemed to have latched himself onto my child, which my son is a grown man right now. And there's nothing I can do except to wait for my son to wake the fuck up and move the fuck on away from that negative bullshit. I mean, this creepy motherfucker, he's not even my son's father. He is not even blood to my son. There's no fucking relation there. But for whatever reason, he won't leave me alone. He's so bad, he had to be around me. And if it wasn't me, he had to be around somebody in my family. This creep was so motherfucking nasty. He's such a fucking weasel. This is when I knew he shedded his skin the first time. Because he came to me bragging about the relationship between him and my mother. And even told me how sexy she was. And maybe whenever I grow up, I'd be sexy like her. And then he thought that I was too stupid to know what he was talking about. No, you're the dumb motherfucker, not me, you dumb motherfucker. That's why I'd beat his ass. But that wasn't even good enough. See, he tried to put some, he started off because he was married when I first met him, but I didn't know it. So he tried to create some type of game between me and his ex-wife, or his wife at the time. But I said, that's all you, girl. You can have all that. And when she saw that, she didn't want none of it. And she kicked his ass to the curb. And that's when he tried coming back to me. And he saw that I was not impressed, not going for it. And it was a no-go. And so then that's whenever he decided he wanted to try and latch himself onto my son to act like he's his dad. He is not his biological father. I remember when I got pregnant, and I remember who I was with. So I know that is not him. 1,000%. And so then, for whatever reason, it's not just him. I think it's him and some of his conniving family members. Because some of them are living in their lower vibrational existence. And so they want to have their brothers back, spreading bullshit and lies to my son. And my son's thinking, oh my gosh, well, why are all these people that don't fucking know your mother. Talking about my mother. Maybe I should believe this. See, my son, I love him. I love him. Extremely intelligent. Extremely intelligent. Book smart. It can sing. Teach himself how to play instruments. But the one thing he doesn't have, he don't have that street smart. He's not wise to the ways of the world. He's not thinking that you can actually see the motherfucking devil in the flesh. He didn't think that, you know what? I've had that motherfucking devil in my house. He didn't see it coming when the devil moved all the way across country, sold his house, moved all the way across country, bought another house, and then got in the middle of my son and his relationship with my son's relationship, doing the same bullshit that he did to me. This is why I could see it. This is why I know it. I even tried to tell my son about it, but guess what? Like I said, he ain't got that street smarts, but he's smart as hell in the books. He can figure anything out. But he ain't got that street smarts, because you know why? Because I had it. And I protected his motherfucking ass so he could concentrate on school. But see, now I see as he was growing up, I should have had that ass struggling in the motherfucking streets so that he could understand what the fucking devil looks like. I mean, this greasy snake ass motherfucker, every time he shed his skin, all he did was just get bigger and bigger and bigger. He's did so much shit to me. He's tried to cause so much grief in my life. Even at the birth of my grandson, this motherfucker come to the motherfucking hospital. Everybody there happy because my grandson's being born. This motherfucker want to take the time to try and put me down. Everybody looked at him like, what the fuck is wrong with this retarded ass dude? I just ignored it because it was about my grandson. And you know, year after year, time after time, I even had to tell this motherfucker, I don't know how many times, until I had to just fucking recently threaten his ass last Thanksgiving. Or was it the Thanksgiving before? No. Yeah, Thanksgiving before. If you fucking touch me anywhere on my body, anywhere on my motherfucking body one more motherfucking time, I told him, you are going to ruin fucking Thanksgiving, because if you fucking touch me, I'm going to take out a fucking knife. I'm going to stab you in your motherfucking testicles. You're going to have to go to the emergency room and have to have surgery. I'm going to have to be locked up until we can get all this shit worked out. From me telling you time and time again, stop trying to fucking molest me, you stupid, dickwad, dumb, bum motherfucker. Literal motherfucker. It must have been the words that I said, because that was the last time he did that shit. That was the last time. Because he saw, ooh, she's serious. I'm serious, just like I was all 75,835,295 other times I fucking told your dumb bum ass. RAH. And I'll just call you Dick for short. Who may have lived by the Hudson River at one point in his life. So on my wonderful birthday, that I was just enjoying it, living the Viva Loca, that greasy motherfucker had the nerve to send me a text talking about some happy birthday, sexy or what beautiful, whatever the bullshit was. On that day, I chose to be civil because it was my birthday. So I said, thank you. Then that dickwad bum gonna send the back a kiss and a heart. Fuck you. And I waited. I waited till I could calm down and think what I fucking wanted to say. And who I wanted to say it to. And how I wanted that message to be conveyed. So whenever I did, I sent the text to him. I sent it to my son. I sent it to my mother, his girlfriend. And I also sent it to my father. Letting everybody know. Listen here, you motherfuckers. You 3 old motherfuckers have lied to my son. You lied on me. You lied about me. You did everything that you could to cause division. Now, I'm not just putting all the blame on you because he has free will. However, I am showing him grace and I'm showing him mercy because I know he is not street smart. Now, you other 3 motherfuckers, and I mean that lovingly, in the most holiest way. You better get some shit straight. Especially that dick raccoon eye motherfucker. All that raccoon eye down here. That raccoon eye that you got going down here. That's the devil in you coming out. That's how I can tell all that evil inside of you. That's how I can tell that you are one of Satan's biggest followers, most loyal helpers. And that's why I told you in that text that I sent, in the name of Almighty God, in the name of Almighty God, I demand and I command you to move the furthest away from me, in another country if you have to. If not, you already have it coming. It's that karmic review for you. all that you chose to do. Not because you had to, but because you had some type of obsession, unhealthy, juvenile, sadistic obsession with trying to crush someone, me, that you can't crush. You know why? Because like I've told you time and time and time again, you are absolutely, positively nothing to me. And you haven't been since I was 18, dude. I'm damn near 60. It's time for you to go the fuck on. Like I said in that text, you need to go find your kids and go fuck up your own kids. And you need to leave mine alone. So if anybody runs across a snake slithering, weasel, raccoon-eyed devil with the initials RAH from the East Coast, y'all better beware.